we going, Supercar fans? Back again, do another episode for you guys, and it's just a little bit of news about the 2019 calendar. I have a piece of paper here explaining when all the events are on. If you guys haven't obviously known, there is a couple of missing, and there's a couple of big changes. So we're going to get straight into it today. Some of the events have been changed to different dates. The Enduro Cup has been changed. And there's been a couple of them that have completely been wiped out of the system already. But the first round in 2019 will obviously be the Clipsal 500 in Adelaide, and that will be from the 28th of February to the 3rd of March. So we're looking at a 4-day event there, but obviously Supercars don't actually get on track until the Friday. That has been explained in a couple of years and whatever else, which is actually really good, but it gives sort of the edge for other cars and whatever else to do their stuff on Thursday. So that's the first one, and then we have the 2019 Formula 1 Australian Grand Prix. They've changed that from the Coates Hire Supercar Melbourne 400 just to the 2019 Formula 1's Australian Grand Prix. And that will be on the 14th to the 17th of March. Now this year it was on the 22nd to the 25th of March, so that's been backdated a little bit. Tasmanian Super Sprint is round 3, and that will be on the 5th to the 7th of April. That is obviously a weekend, or a couple of day before this year's one, had happened. Phillip Island, a WD-40 Phillip Island 500, that is on the 12th to the 14th of April. And yeah, that's another good event. I love Phillip Island. It's really good. Perth Super Sprint will now be a Perth Super Night Sprint. So instead of Eastern Creek this year, guys, or Sydney Motorsport Park, it will now be Perth. Being that Eastern Creek is the only track that has not featured in the 2019 calendar. And Perth will be on the 2nd to the 4th of May. Yes, May. And then we go to Winton for the 24th to the 26th of May. So far, they're actually in order. They're going pretty well. The Bet Easy Darwin Triple Crown is on the 14th to the 16th of June. There's also another super sprint. And then we go to Townsville for the Westpac Townsville 400 at the 5th to the 7th of July. So that's our first July race. Sorry about the thing to my hand in front of the camera. And yeah, so most of them are at the moment still in order. Then after Townsville, we go to Ipswich, and that is on the 26th to the 28th of July. And that has been put ahead a week. And this year it was on the 20th to the 22nd of July. And next year it will be on the 26th to the 28th. So another week ahead. And then obviously, the Red Rooster Sydney 500 Super Night is 300, is no longer on. And instead, they'll go straight to the Bend Motorsport Park in South Australia for the 23rd to 25th of August. Sorry, my bad. And then it is over to New Zealand for the ITM Auckland Super Sprint. That is the 13th to the 15th of September. That's an international super sprint, so that will be really good. And then the Enduro Cup starting with the Super Cheap Auto Bathurst 1000 from the 10th to the 13th of October. So again, that has been taken off the first week of October and put onto the second week. So that will be obviously really good. And considering that this year was on the 4th to the 7th, so that was a big shock. Knowing that the Bathurst 1000 will be the start of the Enduro Cup, that's actually big news. Usually is Sandown, but this year it's not. Next year, sorry, it's not. And then we go to the Surfers Paradise Vodafone Gold Coast 500. Now they're changing it to a 500 lap, jeez, yeah, that's going to be a long day. 500k race from the 25th to the 27th of October. Again, that's been shuffled back another week. And that's the second round of the Pertec Enduro Cup. Now, there was a lot of things about the Gold Coast 600 being turned into not 2 races, but just one big race, which I think is fair enough. because the Enduro Cup, there'll be 300 points for each race. And then what they're going to try and do is make, obviously Bathurst being the 1000, and then they're doing the Gold Coast 500 and then Sandown 500, so that will equal, another 1,000 kilometres on top of that. And instead of having the 2 races for the Gold Coast 600, they're now doing just one big race, and I think that is quite fair enough, because when you get 2 races and then they're separate, someone like Jamie Whincup can come along and win one race in the weekend, and then Scott McLaughlin win the other race, and then that it just points differential and all that other stuff and whatever else. It sort of messes them up a little bit. So I reckon if they just whack 300 points in for each race for the Enduro Cup, that will work out well. And yeah, so the Gold Coast will be on the 25th to the 27th of October. That is the second round of the Pertec Enduro, and then they go to Sandown for the 8th to the 10th of November, and that's the third and final round of the Enduro Cup, where Auckland would have been the one before Newcastle. And then grand final, 22nd to the 24th of November, is the Coates Hire Newcastle 500. So that's actually real. I actually quite like next year's plan and what they're kind of doing, whatever else. The only disappointing thing that I found is that they're not running the Sydney Motorsport Park race. That's kind of disappointing because Eastern Creek really turned it on this year for the night race. Let's just hope that Barbagallo can do the same thing. Most likely they will, but they had the idea of lighting and whatever else for this year's race. And then I wonder if they're going to do something different for Barbagallo, or will they have the same sort of style and whatever else? Because the driver intros for the Sydney Motorsport Park race was just absolutely awesome. And if you guys seen it, you'd know what I'm talking about. It was like a whole NASCAR kind of style to enter the drivers into the race and whatever else. And that was actually really, really cool. I really, really like that. It was probably my highlight of the year was probably that. Watching the drivers get introduced at the Eastern Creek race. So hopefully they can do that into Barbagallo. That would be actually really, really good. And yeah, it's going to be very interesting next year, guys. Can't wait. Comment down on any event that you're going to, or the one that you're looking forward to the most. I plan, to go to obviously Bathurst again. I want to try and get to the Gold Coast. I've been saying it for years now. I don't think I'll end up going to Clipsal 500, and I don't think I'll be going to Barbagallo. And I'll probably end up going to Ipswich, maybe. We'll see. And I won't be going back to Newcastle. And I'm not even going to Newcastle this year either, so it's too close to everything, and it's just, yeah. So, guys, that's pretty much it. A little short video on the 2019 calendar. Hope you liked the video. Please hit that like button if you did. Subscribe if you're new. Comment down on your favourite event that you're looking forward to the most, or that you're actually going to. And Gold Coast 600 is on this weekend, so it should be a really, really good race. It's very overcast here up at Queensland, so it's going to be very interesting to see if the rain holds off, or if we're going to actually have a little bit of dry race this weekend, considering that the first couple of days at Bathurst were miserable and wet. So hopefully the boys and girls can get some dry laps in, but hopefully David Reynolds can redeem himself from the heartbreak that he had in Bathurst. Well, guys, that's pretty much it. Hit that like button, subscribe if you're new, comment down on anything that you'd want to see next. Oh, that's one thing I would like to mention too, the career mode. That's what I was going to be talking about as well in this. The career mode will start next Monday, so I'm really, really looking forward to it. It's only going to be one video per week. Not next Monday, sorry. I'll do it let's see. I'll do it on Thursdays, and then hopefully it'll be uploaded on Friday. So then you guys can watch it and whatever else. So I'll do that on Thursdays. So make sure you hit that icon notification thingy to let you know when they go up. I'm actually really, really looking forward to it. It's going to be really, really fun. It's only V8 Supercars 3, that's the only game I'm going to be playing, and then later on next year, or maybe even into 2020, I'm going to start playing like Project Cars and Gran Turismo Sport, and just whatever racing game comes out and that features V8 Supercar and Bathurst as well. But in saying that as well, it's not just Bathurst I'll be doing. especially for Project Cars. I'll be doing like Brands Hatch and Silverstone and Monza and Spa-Francorchamps and all the big name races that happen during the year. That's pretty much what I'll be doing, and I really can't wait for that, and I hope you guys stick around for that as well. V8 Supercars 3 does have an international like category to it. They run the same cars. There's less cars in it, but they run the same thing. And then they go to like Spa and Silverstone. But I'm not going to do it on that. I'm going to do it on Project Cars 2. Or by then, hopefully Project Cars 3 will come out, or new Gran Turismo will come out, or whatever else. But yeah, that's going to be really, really exciting. Plus as well, I'm going to use the simulator I've got. Excuse me. I've got the simulator in there, ready to go. It's all set up and whatever else. And actually, another thing as well, I'm going to actually transfer all my stuff into the V8 room that I've got next door here. And I'm going to do the videos in there. Saves us doing it in the cramped little room up there. I'm going to do it in here. So that's going to be really, really fun. And yeah, I really can't wait. 2019, guys, calendar's out. Thank you very much for watching the video. Like I said, hit the like button, dislike it if you want, don't mind. Subscribe if you're new, hit the icon to make sure that you get all the notifications on when these videos get uploaded. And guys, I shall see you all next Wednesday for the recap of the Gold Coast 600 up here in Surfers Paradise. It's going to be really, really good and I can't wait. So guys, thanks very much and I'll see you all next week. Cheers.